Hello, sixth graders. So today we are going to be discussing our last topic for topic 6. And this is going to be the very last step of your Movie Madness project. So we've been talking about estimation. We've been talking about dividing whole numbers. Yesterday we were talking about evaluating expressions using division. And now we're going to be talking about solving division equations. All right, so in order to solve division equations, I just want to review how to solve equations in general. Because again, this is a skill that is never going to go away. You're going to be using this a lot in future years. And also, we really haven't done it recently. So I just want to refresh your memory a little bit and make sure that we feel comfortable with just in general dividing or solving equations. All right, so there's a few steps that we went over if you remember those, okay? The first step is to locate the variable. So if I'm looking at this first example right here, locating the variable would be circling it. I see that X right there. Then the next step is to think, I need to get the variable by itself. So right now it's saying X plus 17, okay? So whatever is happening to the variable, do the opposite. So we're adding 17. So underneath, I'm just going to subtract 17. Okay. And whatever you do to one side, and this cancels it out, 17 minus 17 is 0. You do to the other. Okay. And your final answer would be 23 minus 17, which is 6. So X equals 6. And again, we can check by just plugging 6 in for X. 6 plus 17 does in fact equal 23. Okay. The next one, again, we locate the variable. Think I need to get the variable by itself. Whatever's happening to the variable, we do the opposite. So what's happening to the variable? It's being subtracted by 22, so we add 22. If you have a negative 22 and you add 22, they cancel each other out. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Okay, so then 54 plus 22 is X equals 76. All right, so that's just a little review of just how to solve equations in general. Hopefully I jogged your memory a little bit. Now the next problem is going to be a division equation. And it's specifically a division equation because that's what we're going to have to do in order to solve the equation. Because we go through the same steps. Locate that variable. What is happening to the variable? It's being multiplied by 5. Whenever we have a coefficient and a variable smushed together, it means multiplication. So in order to get that variable by itself, we divide by 5. Okay? And 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1x is equivalent to just x, so they cancel out. Whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So we divide by 5 on the other side. So x equals 7. Okay, so that's just a little refresher on how to solve equations, more specifically that last problem, division equations. So let's look at this problem right down below. It says a load of mulch weighs 2,241 pounds. Jack can carry 83 pounds of mulch at a time in a wheelbarrow. How many wheelbarrows full of mulch W will it take for Jack to move the entire load? All right, so write a multiplication equation and a division equation to represent the problem, okay? So your multiplication equation is going to look very similar to that format, okay? Because he can carry 83 pounds of mulch at a time, okay? And they want to know how many wheelbarrows full. So we don't know how many wheelbarrows full. So it would be 83 pounds in a wheelbarrow times however many wheelbarrows he can carry to get a total of 2,241 pounds. All right. Now, our division equation would technically be solving that multiplication equation, just like we did up here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, the division equation, okay, we would rewrite this 83W equals, just want to make sure I have it right, 2,241. That's showing multiplication because we're multiplying 83 times how many wheelbarrows he'll need to take to carry a total of 2,241 pounds of mulch. All right, so this is our multiplication equation. To get our division equation, we'll have to solve for W, how many total wheelbarrows full. So we locate the variable. What's happening? We are multiplying by 83. You divide by 83 on one side. It cancels. You divide by 83 on the other side. Okay, so our division equation is W equals 2,241 divided by 83. And we can write it like this as well. W equals 2,241 divided by 83. So this is showing multiplication, and this is the same exact equation showing division. All right, so we want to know how many wheelbarrows full of mulch will it take Jack to move the entire load. So we are going to solve this division problem, find out what W is. So we have 2,241 divided by 83. So right now, what I want you to do is to write down this division problem on a scrap piece of paper and to solve this equation. All right, so 83, can it go into 2? Nope. Can 83 go into 22? No, it cannot. Okay, can 83 go into 224? Yes. How many times can 83 go into 224? Well, the only amount of times that it can go in without going over is 2 times to get 166. All right, and then we subtract 224 minus 166, and that gives you 58. Bring down the 1. How many times can 83 go into 581? All right, so again, if you're not sure how many times, multiply 83 times 5, and that tells you whether you have to go up or go down. So 5 times 3 is 15. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 1 is 41. All right, so that's 415. I think we can get a little bit closer. Let's try 83 times 6. All right, so that's 18, 48, 49. Ooh, not close enough. So I'm going to go with 83 times 7. 7, 14, 21. 8 times 7 is 56. Oh, look at that, 581. So it goes in 7 times to get exactly 581. We subtract and we get 0. So our answer is 27. What does that technically mean? We said that W equals 27. So in the context of this problem, what does 27 stand for? Well, W is how many wheelbarrows full of mulch Jack needs to carry, okay? So he needs to carry 27 full wheelbarrows in order to load 2,241 pounds. Whew, that's a lot of loads for the wheelbarrow, all right? So what you are going to do is you have the last part of your Movie Madness project, at least the last super math part. All right, you are going to be talking about specific field trips. All right, so there'll be more details in the Movie Madness, but what you will be having to do is to basically solve division equations just like this. You're going to be given an equation like this, a coefficient times a variable, and it equals something, and you'll have to solve for the variable and complete the division in order to get what the variable stands for. All right? If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. See ya.